That's a long time,
bro.
In a foreign country.
And everybody was telling me they hate his ass. They said he might get killed in there.
Yeah.
That's what the Philippine people tell me.
The prisoners hate him too?
They hate him. Everybody
He
hates him.
disrespected the culture. He
Oh my
disrespected
God.
the
I was
country.
just over there after that shit happened to him.
Yeah. GG.
No, that's so
He's probably gonna come out like fucked up.
I didn't think they-
You know the worst part? Everyone's happy as fuck. Like no one's like, oh, like all the comments are on, bro. They're on his ass.
And-
They're celebrating.
Yeah, they're celebrating.
Fucked up, man.
Are the Philippines a dangerous place to go to jail?
I've been there.
To go to jail is the worst place to go.
This isn't a prank. There's no punchline, no edit, no way to spin this into content. For the first time in his career, Vitaly Zdorovetskiy isn't screaming for attention. He's silent, locked inside a foreign prison. No bail, no clear trial date, no country rushing in to save him. This time, the camera didn't protect him, and the consequences didn't care who he was. For years, Vitaly Zdorovetskiy survived by treating real life like a joke. Fake robberies, public harassment, shock value disguised as comedy. And every time it crossed a line, it still worked. Arrests became thumbnails. Outrage became engagement. Consequences became content. That pattern trained him to believe one thing: nothing ever really sticks. But something changed. The laughs stopped. The clips stopped being funny. And the same behavior that once fueled his career started turning him into a liability instead of an asset. Because when chaos stops being profitable, it stops being tolerated. And this time, the internet didn't protect him. It watched him fall. Like most of his worst decisions, this one started live. Vitaly landed in the Philippines, hit record, and treated the country like a stage instead of a place with laws. Harassing locals, mocking people in public, faking a robbery on camera like it was harmless content. But this time, the reaction was different. There was no laughter, no W prank comments, no crowd rushing in to defend him. The clips spread fast, not as entertainment, but as evidence. And once authorities saw it, there was nothing to debate. No edits, no context excuses, just a live stream showing exactly what happened. This wasn't edgy comedy anymore. It was public disrespect, broadcast in real time. And for the first time, the stream didn't end with views. It ended with handcuffs. This arrest didn't come with a narrative reset. There was no apology video, no lawyer-approved statement, no chance to reframe what happened, because the evidence was already locked in. Vitaly filmed everything himself, every threat, every confrontation, every line crossed. And once that footage exists, there's no version of the story that saves you. The authorities didn't need witnesses. They didn't need speculation. They had the stream. In a system that doesn't care about internet fame, that kind of evidence is a dead end. No edits, no escape. Vitaly had been arrested before, plenty of times, but those moments were temporary. A night in a cell, a fine, a story to monetize later. This isn't that. There's no quick release, no bail option, and no fast-track trial. In the Philippines, cases move slowly. Authorities have already made it clear this could take years just to reach a courtroom. That means no content arc, no comeback stream, no way to spin waiting behind bars into views. For the first time, the consequences outlast the attention, and that's what makes this different. As the days dragged on, a different kind of pressure started showing. Reports began circulating about serious health issues, heart irregularities, physical breakdown, possible withdrawal symptoms. Nothing officially confirmed, but none of it surprising either. When your body is built around extremes, it doesn't adjust quietly. Prison doesn't care about your routine. It doesn't taper you off. It doesn't pause because you're unwell. Whatever Vitaly was relying on outside, substances, structure, control, it was gone overnight. And suddenly, the bravado that fueled his career had to survive without the things propping it up. That's the part most people don't think about. When the camera's off, your body still pays for every extreme choice you made to stay relevant. Normally, this is where outside help shows up. A home country steps in. A lawyer pulls strings. A quiet deal gets made. That didn't happen here. Russia made it clear they weren't getting involved. No pressure, no sympathy. Just a reminder that citizens are expected to follow local laws. The United States didn't move either. No emergency intervention, no special treatment. Suddenly, Vitaly wasn't a creator, he was a liability. And when you become a liability, every flag disappears fast. No platform, no nation, no audience willing to go to bat for you. Just one person alone in a system that doesn't recognize internet fame. and doesn't care what you used to be. Vitaly didn't fall because of one bad decision. He fell because every phase of his career rewarded him for going further than the last. When pranks stopped working, he escalated. When YouTube slowed down, he moved to live platforms where chaos paid instantly. Shock became currency, confrontation became donations, and legality became optional. That's the trap. When money rewards boundary pushing, the only way to stay relevant is to push harder every time. What started as just content slowly turned into real-world risk. And by the time Vitaly reached the Philippines, he wasn't experimenting anymore. He was repeating a pattern that had already run out of room. The rise didn't end suddenly. It ended exactly where it was always headed. What happened to Vitaly wasn't random. It followed a pipeline the internet keeps creating. Shock content gets attention. Attention turns into donations. Donations reward escalation. So creators travel. They push boundaries in places where they don't understand the laws. They treat countries like content backdrops instead of real communities. At first it works. Clips go viral. Audiences cheer the chaos. But the pipeline always ends the same way. Local authorities don't care about content. They don't care about chat reactions. And they definitely don't care about your past fame. Vitaly didn't accidentally end up here. This was the natural endpoint of a system that keeps telling creators the next line is always meant to be crossed. When everything else failed, one option was left. Not legal strategy, not public sympathy. Politics. Suddenly, Vitaly's online presence shifted. New posts, new alignments. A clear attempt to get attention from people with power. And behind it all, his mother, pushing every connection she has left, spending what money remains, trying to force relevance back into a situation that no longer responds to influence. But here's the reality. Helping Vitaly doesn't benefit anyone. He isn't a citizen, he isn't a political win, and he isn't worth the backlash. Once you stop being useful, attention dries up fast, and this move doesn't feel like strategy. It feels like a last roll of the dice in a game that already ended. This isn't a comeback arc, and it isn't a lesson learned montage. Real systems don't reset like YouTube careers. Vitaly didn't lose relevance, he lost control. And once consequences stop being optional, there's no algorithm to hide behind. Whether he gets out soon or years from now, the outcome is the same. The internet moves on, the money dries up, and the chaos that once paid him leaves him with nothing to monetize. This was never about one bad prank. It was about what happens when content trains someone to believe the rules are just another joke.